Hello! Welcome back to another exciting week. I gotta come up with a new way to start these streams. They're all gonna start sounding the same. Hello! Shalom! That's what I'm gonna start saying. Shalom! And welcome to another stream with me, Mark, here to play some God of War for you. Uh, just like last week, but this time with a little twist. This time I'm wearing a different outfit. So think about how that might affect my responsiveness, for example. The extra weight on my arms could maybe make it harder for me to play, or perhaps it'll put me in the right headspace. It'll give me like a good mood, attitude to be able to play. So it might improve my skill actually. Um, Thanks for being here. Glad that I'm able to stream. I was streaming a little earlier. Some streaming more Animal Crossing once again, and it was choppy beyond belief the entire time. And I thought, oh my goodness gracious. And then I thought that over and over in my head, oh my goodness gracious, over. And I kind of got stuck in like a loop like that for several minutes. Um, and I got really quiet on stream and I tensed up. And then I sweat right through my trousers. And but now we're here. So things are good. Things are really good. I went ahead and restarted all of my chain of devices, all my network devices, and one of them being rebooted seemed to help. So I think that we are in good shape here. Oops, I gotta close a couple of these other little guys. But yeah, hopefully my network activity continues to be normal for the remainder of this stream. So let me know if you see anything weird. But so far, so good. Thanks for being here, taking time, carving time out of your busy schedule for one final stream at the end of this year. Um, we're playing God of War right now. I'm not, totally hooked, to be honest, but I'm happy enough with what I've been experiencing. It's fun. The game feel is good, and that's nice. But the story, it's taken a while to really do anything interesting there, and I don't really know if we should expect a whole lot. My expectations are probably set a little too high because of the soft reboot in 2018. Um, but I know that we're not going to get that level of narrative quality here, but I'm still kind of expecting something interesting. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. But we last week met Kratos in the midst of his journey. He's out there hacking and slashing for the gods, and he's tired of it. He gets images in his head all day, every day of his debauchery and terrible things that have happened to him, the prices that he's paid, and he wants the visions to stop. They keep him up at night. So he goes to the gods and says, "Hey, help." And they say, "Go do one last thing for us, and then we'll clear your head." Athens is under siege by some giant, I don't know, monster or god or something like that. And I'm running into all sorts of people who are telling me, "Hey, go this way. Hey, do this thing for me." We've met a couple gods, Poseidon and Zeus, who have given me their abilities. We've gotten Medusa's head that we can use against our enemies, but uh, they've kind of worked similar to like in Hades, where like you meet gods who are like, "Hey," talking to them through like an orb or something. "What's up? I'm Zeus. Go ahead and use my superpowers for your battle. We love you, buddy. Good luck out there." It's basically what the story has been so far. The same kind of interactions I've had with gods in this game and in Hades. Uh, so I don't know what's going to change, but we ran into Oracle, who like I don't know needed our help or something like that. She was being terrorized by some of the evil flying things, and she said, "Okay, go this way." What I'm looking for is like out in the desert, some thing. I've already forgotten what. That's my MacGuffin's out there. I got my princess in another castle, and that's where we're at today. We're picking up where we left off. This is the original God of War on the PlayStation 2, but remastered in high definition for the PlayStation 3 by none other than Blue Point Games, who has done all the remastering work for all these games I've been playing on the stream so far. They've done great work. They did such a good job that Sony bought them just a couple years ago and made them work on a ill-fated God of War multiplayer live service thing that went nowhere, got canceled, and I have no idea what they're up to now. Licking their wounds, maybe, but I guess being owned by Sony allows them to spin their wheels like that without having to feel like they got to shut down the studio when they lose a contract like that. We'll see. I don't know. But nonetheless, prior to that point, I've enjoyed almost everything they've worked on, including this little remaster here. You can see the orange glow in my eyes as I prepare to play the game. So let's get right to it, huh? We'll flip over to our capture card here, get some sound going. It's a little loud, you know. We gotta turn it down just a little bit for my sake. And yeah, the other thing that I did share last week, but I have to mention again, is we get a little booklet in the physical copy itself, which has a page here from the developers, from Blue Point, about their remaster work. The little specifics of the presentation. Originally ran at 512 by 448, now experienced in full HD. No anti-aliasing before, now 2x anti-aliasing, 60 frames per second. I feel like this is like a Criterion release. Like it'll give you a little booklet about the visual presentation. And I love that he pans off to the side for us to be able to load into the game. We're cracking open a black raspberry sparkling frost. There, that's more of its true color. The orange glow isn't interfering. Let's build up a little bit. Oopsie. Okay, so here we are. Sorry, it was a little more carbonated than I expected. So yeah, Oracle is just on the other side of this. I don't think I can still get up to her. She'll probably close the door behind me. No, she's right here.
Go through the gates to the desert, Kratos. There begins the path to Pandora's
box. Oh yeah, Pandora's box. That's my MacGuffin.
It is the only way you will defeat Ares and save Athens.
Okay, so it is Ares that's stomping around on Athens. Big giant Ares. I need to go open Pandora's box, and I gotta save Athens, and then the gods will grant me my wish, hypothetically. Am I not supposed to go up these stairs back here, though? Like, what's over here? I feel like this is where I'm supposed to go. I want to know what's up the cliffside there. We get some reflections here. It's nice. A nice extra touch. Adds a little bit of dynamism to these environments. Kind of the most you can expect from a PlayStation 2 game, but step up from anything we saw in the previous generation, so... So yeah, where does this take me? Hello? Whoa. There's nothing up here? Alright, well now I'm pissed. Oh. Yeah, what is this? It is a strange monument. You are not sure of its meaning or purpose. Fascinating. Okay. I gotta see if I can remember all the buttons. Press and hold R2? Yeah, here we go. A phoenix feather. So what? This is like a secret Mousecatool for later? A statue of Athena. She is not responding to your prayers. Alright, so chat with Athena, and then maybe I'll come back here. Let's go to the part of the show where we ask our patrons for questions on our Patreon. You can subscribe to my Patreon by clicking on the link in the description. No, I'm just kidding. There's no Patreon. But I'll answer questions anyway. What has been your favorite game to stream so far in your short, illustrious streaming career? That's from Beastie Gens. Thank you, Beastie Gens. My favorite game that I've streamed, I would say, I don't know, it's kind of tough. For me, I guess, yeah, this is a great time to reflect. This is the final stream of the year. I started streaming at the beginning of the year. And I chose this path to stream because I play a lot of video games. They're very important to me. It's probably my favorite medium. I like movies and music, but I like video games the most. Video games can be kind of a time commitment, and there's so many elements to them beyond just, you know, the kind of cinematic narratives that we're used to from, like, movies and TV. Oh, what happened here? You also have to be, like, mechanically adept to enjoy. There we go. Block like that. Gotta slowly remember all the buttons. Alright. So stuff like this, you know, if you're interested in the story of God of War, you also have to be interested in, like, the mechanics of God of War, you know? And it's kind of understandable that not everybody feels that way. And I guess that's why streaming has become really popular as time has gone on. Streaming yourself playing video games, there's an appeal for people who are interested in the game and they just don't, like, want to play it themselves, you know? So they'll just watch somebody else play it. I think it's easier to understand, though, for there we go. Make this interesting. It's easier to understand for, like, narrative-focused games. Because then you think, well, yeah, I want to know what happens in The Last of Us. I just don't want to have to actually, like, play the game. I get that. Alright, let's see. L2? Then square. L2 square. Oh, I do have to be... Alright. Nice work, me. I should have done that a long time ago. No, I'm just kidding. I know what I'm doing, okay? Yeah, here we go, nice. You're an enemy. What are you guys doing here? Leave me alone. So yeah, I thought, well, you know, I could play games that I want to share with people, and they'll watch it because otherwise they won't they won't be playing the game, you know. So I've been trying to pick games like that, games that I think, like, I want to share this with somebody, and I don't reasonably expect them to pick it up and play it themselves. Those have been the most enjoyable ones that I've played. Not necessarily games that, you know, other people easy. Oh my gosh, I thought I jumped out of the way of that one. Oh, look out. Alright. I'm remembering slowly what I'm supposed to do. These guys, they want you to get out the Medusa head so you can turn them to stone. It makes them really easy to beat up. It uses a lot of god power, though. See, now I'm out of god power. Oh, wait, but there's a chest over here. 1 second. Oh. God power, please. Look out! Well, I would have liked the health, but... Ow! Leave me alone, I'm just trying to defeat the enemies. Now, the hard part for me with streaming is, like, I don't know, you know, the personality side of things. That's what makes, like, for a good show, is, like, somebody that you want to sit and watch, hang out with for a few hours. I don't really know if I have that, but I'm sure somebody out there thinks that I do, so... I guess I can't get up there. But at the very least, I get to choose the programming, the games that I want to share with people. And I can try and lean more towards games that I think are more inaccessible. So the game that really kicked this off for me before I started streaming was I played Grim Fandango. And I was like, wow, this game is like so cool. It has such an interesting atmosphere and vibe. And it's also the kind of game that I can't imagine suggesting to somebody, hey, you should play Grim Fandango. And they'd be like, sure, yeah. And then they actually follow through on that. You know? It's really more the kind of game that, especially today, I don't know, it's just inaccessible for a lot of people. Point-and-click adventure games tend to be that way. Just kind of hard and not always immediately obvious what to do. Not always engaging enough. But I could be the person that just steps back and oh man, that worked. Yeah. All right, look out. Okay. Just one more time. Wasn't sure. The bad part about the Medusa head is that sometimes I feel like I end up wasting it on enemies where they're like, yeah, it actually doesn't work that way. Oh yeah, here. These people are getting in my way. They're throwing off my groove. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get up here. Take out these guys first. If they'll allow us. So yeah, playing Sam & Max, Indiana Jones, those were awesome. The other real benefit to streaming like this is that it also forces me to stick with games that maybe I otherwise wouldn't stick with, you know? So again, with those point-and-click adventure games, it's like, yeah, I've always loved to play those, but since I can't really beat it in one sitting, then it's kind of hard to get myself to sit down and play it and then think okay, now pick it up later, you know? Next time you sit down to play a game, go back to playing that. Because a lot of the time I'm like, I don't know, it's a little, I've already forgotten where I was, what I was doing, or I didn't love playing it the first time. So I'm not dreaming about coming back to it necessarily. But those are also games that I think you know, they're so narrative focused. There's so many there's so much dialogue, for example, and jokes and things that make me think I want to share this with somebody so that they can appreciate this and enjoy it as much as I did. You know. All right, come on. Now we're gonna go get some god power. No, I don't know. I really just want to defeat these two annoying bozos. Like that. Ah, but there's more. Oh. Let me do my thing. Oh my my gosh, there's so many. These guys, these little guys, they just move so much more quickly. If I run away, they catch up to me pretty easily, whereas the other guys are so large and lumbering and take some time. I want to get some distance so I can open that chest. Okay. Oh. Come on. Ah. Ow, ow. I'm gonna miss not getting that. Come on, just die already. Okay, now let's open this chest. Oh! Okay. Got my god power. I think they maybe just call it like an energy or something. Are you kidding me? Don't worry, there's more. Oh, what's that? Sorry. Well, I pressed the wrong button. Circle? Okay. Now we gotta take out this guy behind you. And we're gonna get another one, of course. See if I can conserve enough god power. Okay. Whew! That was a lot. Now what's up with the music, man? The music is kind of unrelenting sometimes. It is so loud and the energy is so high all the time. Okay, I didn't really answer the question, did I? If I had to pick a game, it's really hard to say. I like that I was able to stick with and complete Fate of Atlantis and Sam and Max. Those are games I think it would have been hard for me to stick with, but I also was excited to get to share with everybody. I guess we'll go blue. Oh, I kind of need some help, but this tends to be more helpful, huh? But also Metal Gear Solid. All of the Metal Gear Solids. It was great. I was glad to come back and close the loop on the first one and then dig into the sequels. Those, again, are games that I want to share with everybody. I want everyone to have an understanding of them. I already played them once, and I've been thinking about returning to them, but again, there's just so many, and they're so, like, long, and they can be kind of hard to stick with. The Road to Athens! Hey, I've been here before, haven't I? So I was really glad to get to do that as well. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 cemented as some of my favorite games, period. So it's kind of hard to say between those four games. Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, plus, what's it? Sam and Max. And Fate of Atlantis. Hey, where'd he go? The battle for Athens. Oh, there he is. The minions of Ares are decimating the troops of the Oracle. It is only a matter of time before the city falls. Gulp. Probably a little too disappointing to say that my favorite games that I've streamed are the first ones that I started with. I really enjoyed setting up like the CRT filter for those. I guess these games were kind of made with the CRT filter in mind, but not this remaster, right? But those games, they just look significantly better because of that CRT filtering. Okay, wait, before we go too far, I just have to check the corners back there and make sure I'm not missing anything too helpful, am I? I really could use some more help if somebody's willing to offer it. But I didn't walk over here. Is there anything over here? We kind of went this way last time, didn't we? No. But it's all destroyed now. I can't go that way. And there's nothing over here, so I guess there's nothing interesting for me. Pity. Yeah. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid 2, to me, was probably the game I was the most excited about streaming. It feels very poignant right now, decades on from its release. And there are a lot of dense layers that aid with its understanding, or kind of, you know, with getting it. One of the things I've found that I do, apropos of nothing, whoa, 2 in a row. 2 Gorgon eyes. Before I go to a movie, I will do a bunch of research. I mean, really just like reading some of the basics on Wikipedia. Who made the movie? Who did the cinematography, the music? Who produced it? How much did the movie cost? Which helps give me an idea of kind of what to expect going into the movie. And that's what I like to do on this stream, is to try and do a little bit of research, so when we start a game, I can give a short rundown, kind of
Kratos, the
general
journey forward
context
is
that the game
perilous,
came out in.
but one you must complete if you are to have any hope of saving Athens.
The Oracle spoke of Pandora's box. Can it be real?
The box
Is it
exists.
true?
It is the most powerful weapon a mortal can wield.
And with such a weapon, I could defeat Ares.
With the box, many things become possible, and so it is hidden well, far
Couldn't really
across
answer
the
that question.
desert of lost souls. There is safe passage through the deadly sands, but only those who hear and follow the siren's song will discover it. You must find the sirens, Kratos. Only they can guide you to Kronos, the Titan.
A Titan lives?
Kronos is the last. Zeus has commanded him to wander the desert endlessly, the Temple of Pandora chained to his back, until the swirling sands rip the very flesh from his bones. Stay true to the song of the siren, Kratos. Your journey begins here. Pray it leads you back to Athens, with Pandora's box. Follow the song of the sirens, Kratos. Find and destroy them all, and the path through the deadly sands will be open to you.
Well, shoot. We're getting more frame droppage. What a shame. We were going so well for so long, huh? I may have to call it then. I hate to cut the party short, but I don't really want to keep going if the video is going to be so choppy. Not that the recording will look any better. It'll look about the same. Yeah. Pity. I may have to stop here. But to answer the question, I would say Metal Gear Solid 2 is the one that I was the most excited about. Meant the most to me. I think it went pretty well. I tried to give good preamble before that one. And it was really fun to revisit that, knowing I had set it as, you know, one of my all-time favorites, and then coming back to it and realizing, like, yeah, no, it is that good. So that game is the best. I think I'm gonna have to call it, unfortunately. cutting it so short, just 45 minutes in. But yeah, I rebooted all my network devices, and nothing ended up really fixing the problem. It worked for a little bit, but yeah, seems like it's quite choppy. So I'm gonna have to stop for now, but I'll reschedule this for probably later in the week. I've got plenty of free time, so it won't be long before I'm jumping back in the saddle. Hopefully my network problems are resolved by then. But until then, looks like I'm going to have to stop short today. There will be more God of War in the future. Sorry to tease you. But, yeah. Hopefully we get to play some more with less hassle soon. Thanks for being here anyway. Sorry about the misfortune. But maybe next week. No, not next week. In the next few days. Later this week. Keep an eye out on the channel. We'll set up something. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you do something cool with all this free time I gave you. I know now, you know, your whole evening is opened up, so. Okay, that's enough for me.